Yeah, we got to do a better job there. I got to do a better job. Getting into a rhythm would be one thing. Establishing the line of scrimmage would be another, and then beating ourselves with penalties. Just not good enough overall.
Sean, you mentioned the line of scrimmage. Do you feel like you got outplayed up front on both sides of the ball today?
Well, I got to look at the film, Josh, to do that. But at the end of the day, we didn't help ourselves that way.
How frustrating is it too, and how tough is it for the offense to get in a rhythm when there's so many holding penalties there on the offensive line?
Yeah, well, that's where you're beating yourselves, Heather. If we were beating ourselves on withholding penalties. So we had I think it was 8 penalties, and a lot of those were holds offensively. So we can do a better job. I can do a better job.
Sean, there were a couple inside really the second, fourth down play, kind of the design of it, and ultimately the lack of execution.
Yeah, the one where we threw it backwards, you mean? Yeah, I got to do a better job with that too.
John, there were a couple other fourth downs near midfield where you did decide to punt in the first half. Can you walk us through thought process on that?
Yeah, Jay, it felt like overall with where we were, sometimes just outside of go-for-it situations, that field position was important there. Obviously went for it 2 times in the second half, once plus 40, I think it was plus 47 on the one he just asked about, and the other one fourth, I think it was a plus 35, 36-yard line, something like that, 37-yard line, 4th and 9, I believe it was, and really didn't want to punt it there. Not much you can trade off of the field position there. So the goal before that was on 3rd down, to get a little bit more to get us in positive position on 4th down if we needed a 4th down. So we didn't execute.
Sean, we just heard from Micah and Jordan, and they both, said that they just couldn't stop the bleeding in the second half. I guess what was the difference with Pittsburgh's offense? Like, what did you see from them that was so different in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, listen, overall, you hold a team to 16 points if you take away the block punt, right? So I thought overall defensively, and they were in some tough positions defensively, our defense I'm talking about, overall, they played hard and they did some good things. Some turnovers, some opportunities on some turnovers that we gotta take advantage of. And I thought they gave us some field position in the first half in particular, but give them credit. They made some plays, right? They made some plays down the stretch in particular to put the game away on a critical 3rd down. And then the 3rd down, I thought it was the big momentum changer, the 3rd down on the DPI call. So.
What was the explanation they gave you on that, Coach? The 2 officials, I know you talked to them for a little bit. Did they give an explanation on Levi's penalty?
Yeah, I just prefer not to get into it, Sal, with all due respect to your question right now. So.
Sean, you think you found out what it's like for them to play with heavy expectations? A lot of people pick you for the Super Bowl. It's like
Yeah.
a target on your back today.
Yeah, that's how the NFL is, and you got to be able to handle it, right? And that's where we do. We go back, we learn from this, and there's a lot of things out there that we can do better. I can do better, and it starts with me.
Sean, you mentioned there are things that you can do better, and you mentioned also the 1 4th down play on the loss, the loss. Not to belabor that point, but if you could educate, what is your involvement in those decisions beyond we're going to go for it here, what we're going to do to kick, we're going to punt, we're going to go for it. So if you say you need to do better, what are the things that go into that?
Well, I'll get into it to a certain extent here, but I'm not going to get into it any further than I need to. Really, it's I'm the head coach, and I'm the leader of this football team, and we got to do a better job. I got to do a better job in that situation. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Sean, what went into the decision to make Zack Moss inactive today?
Yeah, just numbers. Yeah, numbers.
Sonny, you're disappointed on the offensive line you talked about the holding penalties. They really only rushed 4 most of the day. Was that kind of disappointing that your guys couldn't hold up better than they did throughout?
Yeah, well, that or they rushed 3 at times even. So, I got to look at that, and I think I already know where I'm at on it, but I got to look at that, and adjustments need to be made. So that's what we do week to week, and whether it's really good or really bad. And in this case, it wasn't good enough. And as I said, that starts with me.
Sean, a year ago, you guys always seemed to be able to bounce back whatever seemed to happen. What is it about this team that still, obviously, it's only the first game, that gives you that faith that what's in that
Yeah, I mean, we've been here before. It's one game. I know, as Jerry alluded to, the expectations are high, and that comes with the territory. You know, but that said, you know, you've got to stay humble and hungry in your approach every week. You guys know it's a week-to-week league, and give credit where credit's due. Mike Tomlin and his team came in here and outcoached us and outplayed us, and I give them credit. But we've got to learn from this as coaches and as players and get ourselves ready to go.
Similar to that, Sean, when Micah walked off the podium here, he said still a lot of games left, and Jordan was following behind him and said, "Don't panic." It was almost like he was sending a message to us in the media or to the fans. Do you have to send that same message to the locker room that it is only one game? Don't put too much into it.
Yeah, Jay, I'm really just focused on, making those adjustments that we need to make. That's what my job is, and whatever message, I certainly appreciate the atmosphere today. I thought the fans were phenomenal. Our goal needs to be to get ourselves right so we can recreate that every week here at home.
So Sean, kind of along those lines, and obviously giving the Steelers credit, they brought a lot of what they're known for to the table today, but to what extent was this kind of self-inflicted?
Well, as you said, I think you got to start with, as a coach, you start with yourself. But you also understand that they did some things too on their side. They've got good players. They got good coaches. We have to control the pieces that we can control. We don't control that. We control our pieces, and so that starts with, as I said, with me, and it's my responsibility.
Sean, I know you just came off here, but what are your, I guess, initial impressions of how Greg Rousseau did today?
Yeah, I think we were rolling some people in there. You probably saw that, Heather. So, I thought they moved the ball at times. And look, if you got time to stand back there and throw it on some third downs, it's not good enough. But overall, I thought our defense gave us a chance in some tough situations, like I said. So really, to be specific on Greg would be hard right now, Heather.
How about Ed Oliver?
Yeah, I saw Ed flash with a tackle for loss. I thought we were active. I mean, Ben was moving a little bit off the spot, but he did make some plays in critical moments. So that's what a good quarterback does, in particular a veteran quarterback like Ben.
You've been with Brian Daboll a long time now. How much confidence do you have in him to go back to work and make adjustments?
Yeah, I have confidence in our entire football team, Brian included. Yeah.
You had at least 4 holding calls, so.
Unacceptable,
If you're
Jerry.
gonna throw 40+ times, don't they have to be better?
Unacceptable. Yeah, you can't beat yourself, and let's just start there. Right.
Speaking of the fans, with Josh being such an emotional player, did you notice any adjustment there as far as playing in front of the full capacity as opposed to last season?
I think that was an adjustment for all of us. I thought Josh handled it well. There's some plays he wants back. I know that. Just talking with him a little bit during the game even. So, that's what we all got to do. We all got to do our part. It can't just be Josh. It's a team game here.
As far as plays he wants back, Josh mentioned one of those throws to Emmanuel specifically, but what did you see out of them together today?
Yeah, you see the start of a good relationship. I think it's until you play games, you're never really sure what you have, right? So having their first game under their belt now, I think they'll both learn from that and the communication between those two. They're both veteran players. Obviously, Emmanuel a little bit older, and that'll help Josh as they continue to grow together.
Sean, what was it about Matt Brieda that made you feel confident to have confidence to be part of the team?
Yeah, I thought Matt had a good preseason, Joe, and in addition to what he does on offense, he's a valuable player on special teams as well for us.
Do you feel like you need to get the running backs more involved in the offense as a whole than they were today? I mean, Josh ended up with 50+ passing attempts.
Yeah, I don't want to give away things here in terms of, but just overall, I can be better there.
When you're playing a team like Pittsburgh with Mike Tomlin as their coach, 3 years in a row, does that give them any sort of advantage? I mean, there's no hidden secrets between the two teams at this point.
Did they get an advantage out of playing us 3 times, you're saying? I don't know. That's probably a better question from Mike. I mean, he had his team well prepared. Give him the credit, and, I got to do a better job there and get my team ready to go.
Seeing Emmanuel Sanders' rapport with Josh already, does that just speak to him being a veteran and really just bringing that veteran presence in and really hitting the ground running with Josh early here?
With Emmanuel? Yeah, they trust each other, and they've only been together a few months now, but they trust each other, and Emmanuel's a veteran receiver. He's played in some big games, some really big games, won a Super Bowl. So that practice time is important. all that being said, that they continue to work together during the week and continue to build that relationship so that they're effective, especially in critical moments of the game. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.